I'm annoyed with the... What was your problem?
If I may, a word of welcome and thanks to everyone for taking the time out of your schedules today, this afternoon, to come here and help us. Some from very far away, some from not so far away. Of course, that is the mitzvah of Brit Milah Bizmano. It means to do a bris at the appropriate time, which we know is on the 8th day. And today is in fact the 8th day in the life of the new son of Shoshana and Adam. Now I want to share a thought with you, and it doesn't pertain, well, it pertains to this mitzvah of Brit Milah, but really it's an idea that is apropos to all of God's mitzvot, all of the commandments, and it's not a new idea. This is an idea that I'm sure you're familiar with already, and that is the idea that the more you put into something, the more you get out of it. We know that this is true because we've experienced it in our own lives. But like many other things that we see in life, society did not make up that idea. They stole it from us. They took it from the Jewish people. We've had this idea for a good 1,000 years. It's written about in the Talmud. And if you look into the Talmud, which for the most part is written in Aramaic, you'll find a phrase there that says Lefum Tsara Agra. And what that means is that commensurate with the pain comes the reward. In the Talmud, it's an idea specifically pertaining to God's commandments, and it's simply alerting us to the fact that the more effort required on our part, the more difficulty that we have in order to accomplish a mitzvah, the greater is the reward for having done so. Well, if we consider all the different commandments that God gave us in the Torah, this particular one, I think for the parents, that's the toughest of them all. Because for parents, we ourselves know, for our own kids we would do anything to keep them safe and comfortable and out of harm's way. And yet here we come with this mitzvah that God gave us to do, a mitzvah that involves inherently a little bit of pain and discomfort for the baby, hopefully a very little bit. And the parents willingly bring their newborn son to have his bris. Now the willingly part is maybe just on the surface. If you look beneath the surface, there's turmoil and angst, and parents have to psych themselves up for this. And yet, when the time comes, they make it look easy. So if we can just keep in mind this idea of Lefum Tsara Agra, that because of the difficulty inherent within this mitzvah and the apparent ease with which the parents perform it, that we hope and pray that their schar mitzvah, the reward for having done so, should be that much greater. They should only see beautiful things, health and happiness, and a lot of nachas from their new son as they grow together now into the future as a family. Now in a moment the baby's going to be passed along a lineup of kvatrin people. Each one has an opportunity to bring the baby closer to his bris, and each one has an opportunity to help the baby take what amounts to the very first step in his own Jewish life cycle. Let the rest of us welcome him in by proclaiming Baruch Amen. Kishemesh v'nichnas labris, ken yikanes leTorah lechupo u'lemasim tovim. Give that dog a little squeeze catch it in his mouth. Lots of pollen.
Oh yeah, it's working. Okay, now we know he likes to win. The Manischewitz is doing its trick for me.
Right up. Be careful to stay pushing down.
Oh yeah, I'm parking in like 6
cars.
cars.
Right down and
I can move afterwards.
yeah, you can let go.
I wasn't gonna. That was out of focus. Let's try again.
I wasn't sure if you heard me say Hercules.
Is it the
It's on Chosamios Bris Kodesh Alkein Bizchar Zos. Hechach Chokenu Terenu Tzavila Hatil Iridus. She'erenu Mishachas Lamad Briso Asher Sam Bivsarenu. Rugat Waronoi Korei Sabris. And now we're going to proceed with the bris by giving the baby his Jewish name. Elohenu Elohei Yavosenu Kayem Eselaraz Elo Avivu Limo. Vikorei Shemo V'Yisrael. Hershel Yaakov Ben Abraham David V'Shoshana. Yismach Av Yotzei Chalotzov V'Sogel Imo Brifivitna. Kakozo Yismach Av Yechove Imecha V'Sogel Yolaratecha. V'Nehemar Bo Evor Laich V'Rech Mizboseses V'Damayich. Yomar Loch V'Damayichayi. V'Omar Loch V'Damayichayi. V'Nehemar Zalhachar the Masadavar Tzival Elefdor, Asher Karasis Abrahamush Vosolis, Hokim Dilakov Israel, Bris Olam, Marvat Yamal, Abramasis, Hogan Mishmanas Yomim, Kasher Tzival So Elohim, Hodu Adonai Kitov Kili Olam Chazdo, Hodu Adonai Kitov Kili Olam Chazdo, Hershel Yaakov, Zehakotol Negodol Hiyeh, Kishem Shenichnas Labris. In that lengthy prayer that I just recited, essentially we have established that this little guy, whose English name happens to be Russell Eden Chaim, was just now given his Jewish name, Hershel Yaakov, the son of Avraham, David, and Shoshana, that he should grow in health and in happiness, and that his parents should have the schus, that is the merit, to raise him together in a Jewish home and in the ways of the Torah and to good deeds. And now, a final prayer for the baby's complete and rapid recovery. Hershel Yaakov ben Avraham David v'Shoshana Mavor shenichnas labris ucheshem shenichnas labris Keni kanes leTorah ulechupa ulemasim tovim v'nomar Amen. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Simen tov. Simen tov. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Simen tov. Yehelanu. 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 Kol Yisrael. Yehelanu. Yehelanu. Kol Yisrael. Yehelanu. Yehelanu. Kol Yisrael. Yehelanu. Yehelanu. Kol Yisrael. Let me just get you to step a couple of steps forward.
We were hoping the little man would come early, but who would have guessed a month early? If this is an indication of his personality, we're going to need to be on our toes for many years to come. We want to thank you all for coming to celebrate this very special day with us. We need to thank Zadie Joe and Bubby Margot for organizing this and helping us throughout the past week. We're also so lucky to have Zadie Harley and Bubby Lorraine and Bubby Irene here with us for the week, helping to welcome Russell home. We're also thankful for Papa Donald, Bubby Millie, Auntie Marnie and Uncle Jesse, Cousin Morgan, and Auntie Davida and Auntie Alina for providing so much support during the birth of our baby boy. We appreciate everything you've done for us.
So everyone wants to know where this name came from. His English names, Russell Eden, come from my two Bubbies, Bubby Ruth and Bubby Esther. His Hebrew names, Hershel Yaakov, come from my two Zadies, Zadie Harry and Zadie Jack. All four of my grandparents were very strong, caring, and determined people. Their values and strong sense of family were always of utmost importance to them. It's very clear that they have done an amazing job in creating a strong bond within our family, as we can see from all your support here today. And we hope to continue this trend by carrying on their values and maintaining that strong sense of family with our son Russell. Fortunately, we weren't able to name after Shoshana's side of the family, as she and her sister Davida were already named for their grandfathers. Russell is so lucky to have so much family around him today, and he's excited to meet his Bubba Diane and all of his Bubby Millie's family who live in Florida when we all get together again in Montreal for his Bidyon Ben.
From the time we found out we were having a chain pup, we immediately fell in love. As the baby grew in my tummy, so did our feelings and our dedication to the little man. Now that he's here, we're overwhelmed with joy, happiness, and so much excitement for all that is to come. We promise to be the best parents we can be. We love you, Russell. Now you can eat.
Just to add a little bit, we're very proud to have you all here in our home, and we're so honored that this took place here in our home. And to make it a little more special, just to let you know, the table that the bris took place on actually belonged to his grandmother, Ruth, and the chairs that were sat on were his bubbies. So it made it a little more special for us. And there's even some of her cookies left over, that people that know about her cookies, we saved them specially for this bris. So go and enjoy your meals, and may you all have healthy, happy lives, and may we all share some of this together. Thank you.